just to not get anybody, confused. So yes, you may notice if you're a real fan and you're watching it on YouTube, you will notice that Carolyn is no longer with us. Just kidding. She's just on a comedy hiatus, if you will. So
which we all deserve to do sometimes.
Yes, it's been a really crazy 3 years.
Yeah.
Not even just 1 year or a month. But yeah, so we will be missing them a lot, and they'll be back, right?
Eventually,
yeah,
maybe.
Eventually. Pop in as like
Who
the most
knows?
specialist guest ever.
By the way, this
What
is
about-
each other's mothers.
By the way, this is each
Welcome
other's
back to the
mothers.
podcast.
Welcome back.
I'm Connor Meade with your other host, Johanna Medranda, and of course, Myles De Leeuw coming in
Special guest.
from right around the corner. She lives
Literally
right by us.
eight minutes away.
From France with that fucking last name.
Oui, oui.
But yeah, we have a new producer, and their name is Marissa. Hello, Marissa.
Yay,
Oh.
Marissa.
And we're fucking stoked to have her, and we're excited to see where this goes. But we're just here to have a good time and make y'all laugh and, drink chai tea lattes. So
Oh, yeah.
let's get down to the nitty gritty, shall we?
All right.
What's been going on? Any life changes?
I'm directing a play.
Hell yeah.
Yep, that's going on April 1st at the Planet Ant through the following weekend.
Look at you plugging away already.
Already,
What a
bro.
professional.
I know,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Same building as the Independent Comedy Club.
Hey.
Sure is.
Who's ever heard of that one?
They haven't.
No.
Only every single episode.
So yeah, just doing that right now. It's been a lot of work. It's a lot of challenges, not being the star of the show, with stand up. And I mean, you laugh as it really is that there's no thank yous
No, I'm
as
just
a
laughing
director.
at myself, being
Right.
like, God, I
Do
totally
you
get
at least
it.
get to come out at the end, like when everyone's bowing, and be like, "I made this."
No, that's
What?
I get to come out
Okay,
ready for this.
I was about to start taking a sketch class, but I changed my mind.
Can't
Oh,
do
I don't
it.
get any credit,
Oh,
any stage
well,
time.
Here we go. You might get a hot fiver. Yeah, I get to open the stage on the first 2 nights of the show, and just like my big thank you for coming.
Very cool.
It is, yeah. It's
So what is the name of the play?
right. I tried. Okay. It's a one-act, original one-act comedy called Dirty Dishes. Nick Bulahanis wrote it. He's a local improv and stand-up, or trying, to be both at the same time, which is
Love it.
hard, as we all know.
Hell yeah.
But he wrote this play. It's about a man and a wife in 1963 who are having problems in their marriage. I mean, who isn't? And he ends up telling her that his sexual fantasy is to be treated like a dirty dish. And
Same.
amen. So hilarity
He wants
kind
her
of.
to sponge him?
Yeah, sponging.
Okay.
Get the bristly one out.
Give me a rub down, baby. Dip me in the sink.
Just leave me in the sink and soak me for 3 days.
I am so intrigued.
It is. It's very silly. It's definitely interesting. I haven't read a play in a long time. We were locked down, so I was like, "What's the point?" Like, I'm not auditioning, which did bite me in the butt when my first audition came, and I forgot my whole monologue. Like, I was like, "Wow, I apologize for wasting your time. Thank you." And I let the tears little fall down, and I ran out.
I picture you running off stage like a little kid.
It's
That's
literally.
I'm sorry.
I went, the heads first.
Yeah.
And like, so it was like one of those first plays. He wrote it during the pandemic, so it's kind of one of those like, was it ever, one of those, was it ever going to be a thing we'd put up, or he would put up, I guess. And then he asked me to direct it after I read it a couple times, just helping him do with the drafts, I guess. And that's about it. I mean, it's
Hell
not
yeah.
what you know, it's who you know. So.
Or who
Showbiz, baby.
Or who you blow.
Amen.
Amen, sister. So when is that happening again?
April 1st, April Fool's Day, we open.
fuck yeah.
2nd,
Oh, yeah.
8th, and 9th, yeah.
Okay. We'll
It's
see
exciting.
you out there.
Yeah.
Little
it's,
Miss Director.
Right, it's a double feature. With
Do you get to yell a lot? Boss people around?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, the
Ugh,
bossing
would
around,
love.
it is fun. It does bring great joy to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, there are moments in like this vulnerability where it is like a husband and a wife, so you're kind of like, all right, now you have to like, even if, because one of them is not married and one of them is married, and I have to be like, think of moments in your life with your partner or, your wife, and realistically, like, channel that. And, like, this is a very weird time. And if we're really talking, like, logistics of this show, it's not a time for women. So that's what
that's what I was gonna say at the top, but I didn't want to be insensitive.
No,
I have to watch myself now.
No,
we're gonna lose all Carolyn's fucking
that's
followers, all her listeners. They're out the window. So,
no, it is. It's one of those. The woman is the main character in the show, inevitably, and you like. There are moments where I get to be like, you have to really think about this as a moment in time where you literally couldn't leave your husband. Like, you legally didn't have a bank account.
Oof.
And I understand.
Couldn't drive.
No, literally. I understand why my grandma and grandpa stayed together and had 5 friggin' kids.
They literally had to.
Right.
My grandma did not have a bank account until she was, like, dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got a debit card and fucking the heart attack killed her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got to swipe it one time.
Her dying wish is, what's my pin?
She dies. Her last words. Bill, what's my pin?
1, 2, 3. That's awful. I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
all my grandparents are dead. So
yeah, same. So I haven't. Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's that. It's
crazy.
It's one of those, like, you have to really think about what the circumstances were as a woman back then, and it's kind of crazy because I get to be like, nah. I wish a man would talk to me like that, you know?
For real. Try me.
Yeah, exactly.
Try me.
Right.
How it's kind of just coincidental, I guess, that it was just Women's Day yesterday, and we're talking about this play. And yeah, are there lines like when you truly do get frustrated though, where you're like, what the fuck?
Sometimes there are moments I think he has written it to be not so like stereotypical, like, hey, I beat my wife, you know, and
right,
you know, she can't leave type of video.
Yeah.
But
my wife's a sandwich machine. Yeah.
She has her own set of lines though, where she like comes forth and it's like, I feel so powerful in this moment, and you know, so you do get these, like, you have to make sure you get that energy channeled into that. Like, this is the, you know, as a woman, you're like, this is the first time you feel this way. And, like, how do you, as a woman myself, like, almost going through the same thing, like, directing for the first time. I'm like, how do you do this and make it work and read and, like, also inspire?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's one of those, like, she couldn't leave, you know, now it's, and then she has control in certain parts of the play, and you're like, yeah,
100%. And then, like, it's all, there's layers to this.
It is.
Right.
It's like an onion, you know.
Dominatrix in the this is
back in the day,
that one movie with Leonardo DiCaprio,
Titanic.
Yeah, because there's a lot of layers in that one. Layers of ice.
like the dream inside a dream.
Yeah, but that's just what I was trying to. Yeah, that's me trying to be funny on a podcast, and I'm very rusty. And thanks for listening, guys.
Hey,
appreciate you.
Right here.
Reference current events. Trying not to dead name fucking Mr. Page. Just constantly nervous. Well, that's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's a lot of work, too. I mean, no thank
Hell
yous
yeah.
until you're done and over with, and then you don't have to think about it again.
Yeah, but then you get to be like a boss bitch for a little while, and that's really fucking cool.
I get to thank my brain for turning off.
Yeah.
That's nice.
There you go. Well, I've been dying to have you on because it's obviously called Each Other's Mothers. And we don't like interview anybody about their moms until now.
Here we go. I
got that story.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah. Well, you have just the best fucking story, and you were like in the news.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like this was a whole fucking thing. So do you want to just do a recap for our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
So in 2018, my mom had a massive heart attack and died for 12 to 18 minutes at my parents' house. And basically, my dad called 911 and performed CPR, and they say, I'll get back to this, but they say that that's what saved my mom's life inevitably, was just that little bit of blood flow he could bring to, or an oxygen to her brain. So inevitably they took her to the hospital. She was put on a life support ventilator. If you knew my mom, that was not a thing she wanted. Like when Terry Shriver was in the news, like she was like, I don't ever want that. Don't you dare ever put me on something like that. So,
oof. She was like, kill me, bitches.
well, literally,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a DNR, but she had done nothing,
Legally to do it.
legally
Yeah.
to.
Got it.
So it's like,
she
too
was-
bad, bitch.
Literally,
Bringing it back.
But yeah, my dad, had this difficult decision, and like, there's all these phone calls of like, Myles, what am I gonna do? I feel like I'm killing your mom, and it's like, how do you even cope with like your dad in that moment?
Seriously, holy
I was
fuck.
at a work meeting, and I was like, hold on, I gotta go out in the hallway, and then he's like, hey, I feel like I'm killing your mom. I was like, I'll be back.
Gotta take this one.
Take a pause.
Literally, hey, guys, I got a situation. And
Right.
so when we pulled her off of life support, inevitably what's supposed to happen is your heart's supposed to die on its own, and you die inevitably after that. But
Right.
she woke up 2 days later.
Wow.
And she was like not conscious for about a month, like in and out of consciousness for about a month after that, and ended up having to like go through a bunch of surgery and things put in, and she made a full recovery, which is semi-rare, especially if you go that long without oxygen to your brain. What had happened was, in the city that my parents live, they do this thing after like 6 months or so after you have a cardiac issue and the ambulance comes and like saves your life. You get to meet the team that saved you and like thank them at the city hall meeting. And like, like just meet them, I guess, is what you
Would you say that was like, were you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so was that like an emotional thing? Was it awkward? Was it both?
It was, well, my dad got to make a speech, and
Okay.
my mom gets she got a token from the city.
Oh, wow.
And then she got to give them a hug and stuff like that. But my dad had called the local news station because he is crazy and was like, this is a story. And I mean, it is, albeit it is, but he called the local news station. They sure showed up. And,
Dude, parents love getting on the news.
I mean,
like, I want to get that local news, bitch.
Channel
Right.
Look at this
baby.
watermelon. It's real big. Let's call the news, baby.
Right.
They'll look for anything. Look at that mold that's shaped like Jesus. Call the news.
Literally, that
Potato chip. Looks
Yeah.
like Jesus.
He was so pissed because the Fox News station didn't call him back. and so, funny enough, after
Does he love Fox News? Is
Yes,
he
that's-
Fox News
that's-
dad?
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what's
he's-
funny about it.
oh,
Okay,
yeah.
just
I
making
want Bill
sure.
O'Reilly to come shake my hand. right now.
Literally. That's so
So-
funny.
it gets picked up through there, then through national. So Lester Holt, it ran on Lester Holt's show. The story, they came to my parents' house, filmed. We were in Our magazine, which is you guys obviously been in there, Johanna.
I
for
haven't.
Sure. Well,
I'm the only one that hasn't been on Our magazine.
Your name
fine.
was in there.
My name.
I get it, yeah, right.
Hey.
So we did a whole spread there, and inevitably, Dr. Oz's producers got a hold of it through like the local and national producing syndicate or whatever.
Tunnel of
I'm like
news.
tunnel of news,
Yeah, yeah.
that they get to sift through, and they flew us. Well, my parents out, and then my dad flew us out, my brother
Gotcha.
and I, to excuse me,
Hollywood, baby. Mama
Yeah,
died.
Big doctor's office.
We went to it was New York. We got to the station in New York, baby, and they got to talk on there. It was crazy because my favorite thing ever happened is like they interviewed both my parents so hard. They were like rehearsing with them. The lady comes into that booked them on the show, comes in. We're gonna go over all these questions.
She's got a
with you.
clipboard.
Exactly.
For
Oh,
sure.
you know she does. She's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the flip pages
Yep,
and
yep, yep.
everything.
A whistle
And-
for no reason.
Dr. Oz sits down next to my mom and goes, "How was God?" Like, just blew like none of
Damn.
those questions
Meet 'em.
that they had practiced. Was like,
Are
so
you
did you see like how was the like afterlife, something along those lines?
Yeah.
And I literally am standing there in the studio like,
Right.
they did this to her. She was so like, my mom does not do anything like that
Right.
at all.
Mm.
So nervous, and she's just like, well, God said he don't like ugly, because that's the only thing she could remember that anybody had said to her in her like abscess of consciousness. She's like, God does not like ugly, and I'm like, this is gonna be on TV forever.
Oh, no. Just that. God does not
Literally.
like ugly. That's it. Period.
So basically,
Oh, be pretty or go to hell, bitch.
Right.
so my mom got all these memes.
And then Myles became a stand-up comedian.
Literally, yeah. She woke up on my few favorite things about this like little moment was when she was on Lester Holt. She woke up and they were like, what happened? She said she was hungry because that's literally my mom opened her friggin' eyes. I was like, I don't want some Jello. Like,
Right.
so people were screenshotting my mom on the news writing hungry for revenge because like my dad pulled her off of life support.
Oh.
So I have memes of my mom now.
That's amazing. Hungry for revenge.
And here's the thing, people would send them to me. Like I
No
find them
fucking
on my
way.
own. Oh shit. So and then a year after everything had happened, I'd booked a show. Her best friend, my mom's best friend in the whole world, had convinced her yet again to like try and get on stage. So we booked a show at the Ant Hall 2019.
Yeah.
And we
hosted it.
I was gonna say Connie hosted. And I did my
fun.
first like 35 minutes on stage with a camera, and then my mom almost didn't come out at the end. She
No,
was going to
ruined
tell
it.
5 minutes of jokes.
She did come out.
She did, inevitably. My partner had to be like, stall. And I was like, 35 minutes to stall.
Right.
Bro. She got too drunk. She got plastered at the show.
Hell yeah,
And
Mom.
was like, all she could say, all her joke was like, my husband could have just called me a bitch and left me there. And that was like her big, but it was inspiring because she cried, and people were like,
course.
she's alive.
It was a
She's
beautiful event. It was a great event. It was like so many people there.
here. I was
So much
going to
love and
say,
support. It was great. It was fun.
Hell
You,
yeah.
you killed. It was
thank you.
awesome.
Now I've got my own little tape, and I get to relive these like weird moments of time where my mom like was supposed to die, and I forgave her for everything wrong that had ever happened.
And then she woke up.
You're like, never mind.
Oh my gosh, she tried to pull some shit the other day, and I was like, look, I forgave you once. Fool me once, shame on me, or you, or whatever, but this time,
Right.
not I.
Right. That's crazy.
Well, shit. Glad
Yeah.
she's still around, man.
Yeah, she's crazy, but
I don't know if I've ever met her, but she's like a feisty woman.
Oh,
has
yeah.
a lot to say.
Well,
kind of the vibes I'm getting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, that's kind of, she said that she had seen the devil and she told him to fuck off. Like, all of these, I'm like, who are you to tell it? Like, excuse me, ma'am.
Right.
And then, but I mean, she woke up. Devil was like, I don't want this bitch.
She's going back. I'm not
Literally.
prepared.
This bitch talks too much.
She can live forever. Fuck it.
Amazing.
When people are like,
Fuck.
God has a plan, I'm like, I don't think he does. I think he was intimidated. She's a 5'1", okay?
He's
God
five.
is a short king.
God is Joe Rogan, it turns out. Just like these Hicks think anyway. Well,
Right.
shit. So you think you get like a lot of your personality like from your mom, or do you think it's like your dad too?
It's both. It's a mix of both because my dad's like this. My mom's this. What is it like sassy, and my dad's just like this, stubborn, hard-headed. So it's kind of like
Right.
they both have this fucking.
Are they both
bastard.
loud?
Oh, can be. My dad
Yeah.
is so funny because he's shy in front. If it was, I like had brought him here right now, he wouldn't say anything for like
Right.
a half an hour until he realized like what your strengths and weaknesses were. He's a Scorpio, bro.
Oh, fuck.
That's terrifying. I never want to be your dad.
Oh my god, yeah.
Literally,
So
no,
he would
thank
like
you.
literally, but then he would talk.
This
Then-
is a Scorpio free house. Just so.
All right, I'll call Carl. Right? Don't come in.
He's been waiting in the car.
Oh man.
So that's he's like one of those quiet but deadly sort of like a fart, And then my mom's just like
fart.
fucking biatch. It's great.
Like a loud fart. I don't know. That's
Like a loud fart, like kind of like a one that gives you a little burn at the end.
a little sizzle.
Bro, isn't it kind of crazy how that works out? They say that's the way, right? Polar opposites and shit.
Yeah,
and you just fall in love and have some babies, and then your babies, like, I don't know, hate themselves. It's
Yeah,
weird.
That's just what happened to me, my personal.
Yeah, because it's like the same with my parents too. Like my dad was very strong, silent type. You know, like he'd get fun and really funny when he got to drinking. You know,
Oh, same, yeah.
those kind of dudes. But
Yeah.
my mom is like wild 24/7. So it's like, what happened there? You know. But your parents are still together too, right?
Yes.
Tight. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, literally till death do his part, and then it was like
And then again.
he thought he thought he was getting away with it. He thought he was getting out of that one.
Right. No shit.
I mean, she is the one that asked for it. Like, she said, "Do not resuscitate."
I mean, it's. I've been telling this joke about kind of like I've been calling it my own personal Terry Shrivo, you know, because like with this COVID. You know, you don't want to see people on a ventilator. I just
Right.
from personal experience.
No.
I've seen that shit. It
And
ain't
they're
fun.
stinky too. Like I'm
Yeah.
just being frank.
No.
They're
Fucking
Gross.
gross.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross. Hospitals are gross in general.
They're disgusting.
So-
I hate them.
It's
Mhm.
like,
Hospices are gross.
oh, they're all I mean, it's just, I mean, that's where people go to like die and have abscesses and stuff, right?
Right.
So, and
Straight up.
but it's like people don't understand. I'm like, because you get put on there and you usually don't come off. Like that's
Right.
the joke. You don't come off.
Yeah.
My mom, exception to the rule. One time, I was like, you can't let that shit happen again.
If it happened again.
She every time I come over there, she's like, "You want some brownies to take home?" I'm like, I have to watch my carbs. I'm 28 years old. You already went through this. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Literally.
Damn, dude.
yeah,
Not all invincible, Mom.
right, literally.
I'm just so curious about her. She doesn't smoke cigarettes anymore, or did she
No,
ever?
she did, I think, before. But probably like before she got married to like
Okay.
in the early 80s.
I'm just
late
picturing
80s.
her like smoking a cigarette and like yelling at
No,
you. I don't know
now
why.
it's a joint. Now it's
That's
a
my
joint.
Now
mom.
it's a joint. That is your
There
mom.
it is.
It's a joint
Now it's a joint, yeah.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Good for you.
And your parents had like always smoked though.
My dad does not at all. My
He
dad
gets
is,
too nervous.
he's so funny because he was like, if you ever get some hash, that's that good shit. And I'm like,
Hash.
it's all legal now,
Right.
Dad.
Also,
Like,
hash
Right.
like, sucks now.
Like-
like that's like trash.
I-
Get that hash. No, get a dab,
That's
dude.
what I'm like, King doesn't know about half of it, you know?
Right.
He's still stuck in like 84 New York City. Like,
Right.
He was doing speeders and shit at CBGB's and like seeing Debbie Harry. And I'm like, literally, he's like, Miles, one time I saw Debbie Harry at the CBGB's. She still looks great. I was
We're
like,
smoking hash.
literally. Right.
Doing cocaine.
I ever tell you about that time I sold speeders one summer? I was like, no, I don't need to hear about this again. Like,
Again.
man,
Man, they just seem like a couple of characters. I love it.
I mean, realistically are, yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, my brother's named after one of the Blues Brothers, and then my first dog was the other one. I'm like, you guys couldn't have had sex.
They paired your
one-
brother with the dog.
Literally, yeah. Yeah. Sure did.
Your brothers dress him up.
Oh my god, in the
suit.
suit, yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I didn't watch that movie until I was like 19 years old. You
Right.
guys. Like it was just one of those things that he was obsessed with that he didn't really share. And then it was like it was on Netflix.
Right. It's like, oh, I guess I'll give it a shot.
I was like, wow, James Brown is in this. My dad's pretty
Whoa.
cool.
You know, it's all right to base your personality around this. It's pretty okay.
I was like, he was on a mission from God or whatever, you know?
Yeah,
That's
just
crazy.
like your mom.
Yeah, literally.
To beat the
That's
shit
what
out of the devil.
Everyone tells her, God has blessed you. God has. I'm like,
And if he really didn't let you come back with magical powers, or some
literally,
shit,
I was
like,
right. I'm
Right.
I can see the future now.
Like,
Right.
blink their eyes 3
Yeah,
times.
just
Like,
like a That's So Raven moment. Just
Right.
it's the future. I can see.
Oh, she can bake brownies. Cool.
Oh no,
Got
she
it.
cannot. To be very honest, she can.
Is that why you're not taking them? Fuck this
Half
bitch.
of the reason. Last time I was there, she's like, they're kind of fudgy, and then we put them on the. That's what they sounded like on the table.
God.
I was like, that's fudgy, all right, man.
I'm good.
Yeah. She was like, oh my God, they're so bad. What happened? I was like, you baked them.
Right.
I was not. They look good.
Right.
They look like display brownies.
She was like, what are we going to do with them? I was like, make them a puck, like a hockey
Hockey
puck.
Play some street hockey, Mom.
Hell yeah. I did want to talk a little bit about womanhood as well.
Sure.
Well,
It's
first I want to
Robinhood.
kind of talk about just like a little bit more about you because you just fascinate me. You're just like you're every woman I've ever fell in love with because you're like loud and like you're just like there and you're also kind of scary.
That's what people say. I don't.
Yeah, and it
Things
just
that I've
reminds
always
me.
said that about Johanna, so. That's why she loves it.
No one said I wasn't a narcissist, so
I mean-
let's just fucking pump the
Fall in
brakes.
love with. That's just like me.
Yeah. No, I can be pretty shy and quiet though.
No.
A little reserved, but
People think you're scary. I guess that's all I'm
Yeah, it's just because I'm so pretty.
saying.
Well, I've just been saying that. Yeah, my whole life.
Too pretty.
But yeah, I don't know. It just is that something that like have you just always been this way? Like I'm just trying to picture you as like a kid. Like were you like as a
Weird,
child were
bro.
you fucking loud as shit and like
Oh yeah,
you dress up a
nosy
lot?
sometimes.
Yeah, nosy.
I was nosy.
Let me
as
say
hell.
nosy.
Oh my god, I was so brutally honest as a child. I made my uncle cry one time because he had his teeth were bad, like bad, and we were on vacation. I was probably like, this is like one of those first like core memories, you know?
Right.
We were in the elevator like 6. And I was like, your teeth are ugly, and that man got dentures like 3 weeks after we got back, bro. Like,
Oh.
then there was like, oh man, just,
Nosy and rude.
dude, they were just. But my mom would be like, you can't say that to people. I'd be like,
Why?
I'm 6 years old. Like, what? 4 or 5, you know,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And or there'd be family drama, and they'd have to be like, Myles, don't go telling Aunt Denise, like,
go run into Aunt
because
Denise.
they would be talking shit, you know. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
annoying.
yeah.
They just run their mouths, and sometimes it would just come out because I'm like, I didn't
Right,
have a
right,
filter
right.
as a child.
That's amazing.
Oh my god.
I just picture you this like little like toddler, like talking shit. You're just like cute.
Oh yeah, I used to
Walking
call people on
around.
the phone. Like I was one of them smart kids who could dial the phone. I'm
Yeah.
calling Aunt Denise. I
And
knew Aunt
guess
Denise
what
was
Dad
not
said?
there. Yeah, literally. One time my dad walked in on me in his bedroom on the phone, their bedroom phone. You know,
Yeah.
talking to my Aunt Denise. Who you talking to? Dee like. Just one of them weirdos, man. Like,
That's hilarious.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah. I know.
Just like your mom's makeup all over your face.
Oh my god, yeah.
For some
her
reason
shoes,
you have
she
a
had
cigarette in your mouth that's backwards.
30,000
fedora
pairs
on.
of shoes. Like I tried.
And you're
them
just
all
walking
on.
in those bitches.
Literally, they would
on
not
the
fit.
phone.
Yeah, exactly. In my little short shorts, like you know, when you're a kid,
Yeah.
you got them printed pants and like just a t-shirt, and you're like the king of the castle.
Doing whatever you want.
Oh, those were the
Did
days.
you perform for your family ever?
Oh no, the first time my parents, I think Okay, before I say that, I was like, the first time they saw me was that set I did for my mom. No, it was at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. My first time I'd ever really gotten like booked on that show. My mom left the room. She fucking walked out. I walked my
What?
own mom.
You
I walked my
out?
mom.
Was she, like, offended
This was
by something?
pre-death.
It was, yes.
Okay,
This
okay,
was.
okay.
I
She didn't have a sense of humor yet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I had said my mom told me my name is Myles because it's a power name for the future, and then I heard her talking on the phone with my aunt, and she called me a disappointment, and I just see this woman in a white shirt get up and fucking leave, and
my
I was
God.
like, that's her, all right.
Call her out.
Right.
Bye, Mom.
But see, I did right. I wasn't that funny yet. So.
Should have invited Denise.
Yeah.
Right,
well,
yeah.
Fuck.
When I was born, Denise apparently Denise sat in the corner just with her head in her hands, waiting for my father to get there, like because she was so scared of my mom's vagina. I guess like I couldn't tell you why, but that I was like. I was being birthed. My mom was delivering me. Like, what did you
Right.
have to? What were you so stressed about?
Right.
I don't understand.
Denise has just never seen another pussy in her life.
Parent. I think she's
Or-
like a
Pussy
secret,
phobia.
right? I'm like, I think she's a lesbian.
We all have the aunt that's a secret lesbian.
But you know what? Secret lesbian aunt.
Secret lesbian.
Okay, Aunt Dee Dee, you can call us.
She calls in right now.
Right.
Holy shit, how'd you get that number?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dee Dee. No, you're not a lesbian. Okay.
Sorry.
Sure.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Is she married? She's
No,
got a,
bro. She's been divorced since like '93.
what do they call it? A beard? If you're
But
gay
the
and
technical
you-
term is a spinster.
Okay. Valid. But no, when you're gay and you're dating
Yeah,
somebody,
it's a
it's a
beard.
beard,
It is a
right?
beard, yes.
Is it different for women or is it the same? Like, is there a purse or a beard, or is it?
I don't. Yeah, I think it is just like a beard is the general term for lying to your partner.
Anyone knows anything different? Colin.
Yeah, hey,
Phone's right
call
over
in
there.
the phone.
Yeah,
It'll ring.
legit. So what was your? Wait, okay. So how old were you when you started your period?
12 at Easter dinner
Hell yeah.
in public. We were like at a restaurant.
For
Were
real?
you wearing white because it
I
was
was
Easter?
just
No,
gonna say.
Like a
they
bright
got
yellow?
like a very like pink, pale pink though. It's one of those.
At least it's pink.
Oof.
So it's kind. I mean, it's still
Oh my god! Well, the lady, I'm like, what? People were so embarrassed. Like my mom, they handed me a pad in a brown paper bag. You know, I was like,
what is this lunch?
literally. Who
That's
cares?
what they did.
Yeah, that was my Easter dinner.
Oh my god! I found out like a fucking celebration. It was, and I was like crying. They're like, "Oh my god, you're a woman!"
Oh.
Screaming at fucking Dairy Queen or wherever they took me.
That's where you
God.
started, Dairy Queen.
No, it was on Christmas, but like
Oh,
a little bit
okay.
after. Like the family was like all visiting. It was like the day after Christmas or something, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
went to
yeah.
like Dairy Queen or.
Your mom's
Somewhere-
like talking to the person at the counter, like extra
No, it was
whipped
my
cream. My
aunt.
daughter started her period today.
That's my fucking Aunt Chris. She would just be like, "Ah, you're a lady."
Your
My
secret
God,
lesbian
people
aunt.
at Dairy Queen, God bless them.
Right.
They're like, I
Literally.
make $4 an hour, man.
Right,
For
exactly. Yeah,
real.
back in, cause I started, I was like 8. I was a
Yeah,
child.
I started when I was 9.
What
Yeah.
the hell, you guys?
Mhm.
Wow.
Children child. I also looked like 24 by the time I was 10.
Literally same.
A couple of D cups
Mhm.
and braces.
Yeah. And I just like didn't understand like what boobs were.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
would just be like, whatever, you can see them.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Hey,
Yeah.
you're a 40-year-old man. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Your neighbor's like, hey, come here.
Right.
You're the one that walks out without the shirt on. Come here.
I remember there was a time like, cause I'd always like hang out with boys. I was like one of the boy girls, still am.
Yep.
Boy girl.
I'm one of them
Yeah.
boy girls. But like, that would be like shirtless sports time. And I feel like my parents are around. I'm about to be like, I'll be shirtless. And I was like, no, no, you will not. So I was like,
I
I
don't
still
get
didn't have
it.
like a concept of like, what is sex?
Like, right.
Yeah, no shit.
What is horny?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's wild times.
I'd be like another fat boy. I'd be like, he has tits too.
Yeah,
What are you
right,
talking? What's the
exactly.
big deal?
Right, we're both fat boys.
Right.
Mom,
Come
come
on.
on. I'm just trying to hang out with my fat boyfriend.
Right.
Mom,
God,
leave me and
so
my fat
rude.
boyfriends alone, Mom.
This little fat crew of fat little boys.
You're like, Mom, tell me
Shirtless.
which titties
Yeah.
are different. Tell me, Mom.
Harassing all the skinny kids.
Why is this a Family Guy skit?
I know, right? Literally, we've already cut away.
Yeah.
We've already cut away.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, I do. I mean, is that weird that I ask people when they started their period? I'm always just so intrigued by that.
No, because everyone always has a different.
I mean,
everyone's
yeah.
got a different story, man.
Everyone
Right.
does. I feel like. I mean, I haven't met anyone that's been like, it was just a Wednesday, you know?
Right.
Yeah, right,
It's
right.
It
always been
happened while I was in the bathroom, not doing anything.
They're like, this was not a traumatic moment in my
Right.
life.
No, so I was like,
Right.
there was blood. I was screaming.
Legit. Yeah. Pretty sure my mom was outside and I was like screaming on the toilet.
My
and
mom, she was a firefighter, and like the holidays are like the most busy because I guess everyone lights their house on fire during the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christmas
classics.
lights,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so she wasn't even around, and my dad's like, your daughter's having a mental breakdown. And she's like, he like helped. She's like, what do I do? I remember just like running because we had like we were in this big house, and I just remember like running around like looking through cupboards, like, what do I get? What do we do?
What do we do?
Right.
Your dad's like, I don't know.
Right. I have no idea.
What
Here's
do
a
I
paper
stick in
towel.
this thing.
But he became an expert real quick
I mean,
because he had
right.
2 daughters, and
Fucking nuts,
he's the best at
man.
grabbing tampons for us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anything sticking out in the news lately? What's going on? Who's Pete Davidson fucking this week?
Still Kim K.
I think it is still Kim K. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh God.
Do you think she has a personality? I've never watched the show
No.
because she just seems like, hello, I am
Miles.
Kim
No.
K."
No, definitely not.
I feel like she's got to be kind of cool.
Like maybe
hate
that's
to
maybe
say it.
like that's what I'm saying. Like maybe there is like she just
Yeah,
puts
you
on this
guys
persona, but
being
she's
rich. That is pretty cool to me.
That's another thing. Is like sometimes like rich people just naturally have less personality. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever
Like,
watch
it
a
is-
show? That big ass brain empty. There is not one thought. You got Chloe. Earrings from in the ocean. Like you are a billionaire. You can buy some more earrings.
You can
Right.
buy the ocean.
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. She is really hot.
I
I'd
think
fuck
that's
her,
about it. I
know?
think that really is. That's.
She seems funny.
I bet she pays your bar tab too. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that
Oh, I
makes
wanna
sense.
date
That makes
Kim
sense.
K.
I want to date Kim K so bad.
Okay, date us.
Right.
I'm a little quirky and
Oh my
weird
God,
and
you guys
funny,
want
like Kim
Kanye
K was
West
I'm
saying.
a
coming
sad
after
little
your
white boy.
podcast? You want Kanye West coming after your podcast?
Yeah, him in that yellow notepad. Fuck
Right.
yeah.
It would
Come on,
literally just
come
be
on
like
over.
him, like each other's mother is bad.
Yeah. I'd be like, damn, it's publicity.
Cancel all mothers.
Literally.
Not even each other. It's just all of them. The
Cancel
dead ones, the
all
alive ones,
mothers.
Aunt Denise, all of them. Get them. Cancel all of them. That fucking yellow pad, dude, I swear to
It's
God.
so funny.
He kills me.
It's
Now
crazy.
It's a meme, bro.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's also nuts that like no one's doing shit about.
Oh
him
yeah, I'm
being
like
crazy.
Britney Spears. I think did less, and like
Oh,
they're
way less. She went a little crazy at paparazzi. Like,
she shaved her
Right.
head and threw an umbrella at a guy. Okay, well
who
he's
was
like
chasing her with the camera? I'd do worse. I'd fucking throw gun bullets.
guns. That's right.
I would throw gun bullets.
gun bullets
I
on
would
these guys.
throw them.
You just have a box of ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better watch out. I'm gonna load back up.
I'm just picturing with those like tiny little white, like, you know, they're like filled with sand or something, but they explode.
Oh yeah, pop.
Yeah, yeah,
bibs.
yeah.
Poppers.
That's what I'm like. You just like being a tough guy with that shit. I'm gonna buy you some for Christmas.
Oh, I'd love some.
Ah, you at the indie on stage.
Just,
Oh
like,
my
stirring
God,
shit
that's
show.
just
That's
mean,
just your
yeah.
entire fucking set. You don't say
Yeah.
a word.
It gets
I'm
really
angry.
quiet.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like every time a joke bombs, it's
Yeah.
I want to
absolutely.
smoke bomb so I could just like disappear off stage.
Please.
I don't think we're meant for ventilation in
Yeah,
there.
that's-
Yeah.
that probably wouldn't
shit.
work.
Can't afford the fun tricks. God damn it. God
Guess
damn
we're not
it.
starting our dream to be magicians anytime soon.
Not anytime soon, at least. Darn.
Dang, oh dang.
We'll take a class. It'll be all right.
Right. It's like one class,
Yeah.
and then we'll be the next. Was it Amazing John or whoever just fucking died? I
Who
don't
just
know.
died?
No, some magician comedian guy who I guess was pretty funny, but he's like,
Oh.
And I think he's from Michigan.
yeah.
Oh.
No, a lot of people knew him. It was like,
yeah, I was
"The
wondering why so many
Amazing
people. I know who you're
Johnny."
talking about. Is he a ginger?
I think he was.
Yeah.
Well,
Or-
he deserved
well-
to die.
Oh, Jesus. He didn't have a soul.
Hey, all of my family that are watching, don't. She's just kidding.
They never liked me anyway.
They don't watch.
Something
They don't
sus.
watch. Who am I playing
Yeah.
with?
Who are we? Carolyn
I guess
Paul.
our family supports us all the time. I just got fucked over in whatever gene pool bullshit
Yeah,
happened here.
literally.
Like they're, like tall and skinny, and I'm like, hey guys.
Yeah.
Built like a dwarf from Lord of the Rings. My axe. You can have my axe. It's me.
You're fucking killing me, dude. I need to get you one of those plaid skirts.
Oh, I'd wear the
geez.
fuck
Because
out of that.
you're a Scot, aren't you?
Oh, Scott.
You
Scottish
are a
bitch.
Scot. You
40%.
fucking Scot.
Almost half.
What's De Leeuw? Are you French?
Belgian.
Ah.
I am mostly
Yeah.
Belgian and French Canadian.
French
Okay, there it is.
Canadian. There it is.
That's
there
but
it
that's
is.
my mom's side. The
Yeah.
De Leeuw is all Belgian.
Oh.
What's your dad's side?
It's Belgian and English,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then my mom is Irish and French Canadian, pretty much.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about Belgium.
That's where the Brussels is.
The Brussels.
That's the
The
capital. of-
Brussels.
but-
Oh, okay. Got
They
it. Got
make,
it.
Brussels
Uh,
sprouts.
What is it, like French fries and waffles? It's like the.
All the best stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's apparently. I'm like, I just want to go there and see if I have any other family that I've never met before.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna open the book and they're gonna be like, "Here's the Loch Ness monster's fucking lair. That's where it's located. That's my aunt."
Huh.
Dude, I was recently talking about my family shit. I'm like, God, my family sucks. So many slave owners and shit. I have a
Slave owners?
yeah.
Ever since they said sleepovers, I'm like, that's okay.
Oh,
My
sleepover.
family
Yeah.
So deeply.
Right. Slumber parties all the time. Nope, slaves.
Nope. Just people.
Just genocide.
Just a casual Jenna.
Like I guess I had an uncle, and his name was named after Stonewall Jackson Hatcher, named after Stonewall Jackson, who was like a famous general on the
Confederate side?
Confederate side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Your
Oh,
side?
yeah.
Your family
Yeah,
side?
basically. I'm like, wow,
Mhm.
you really like the Confederates. Your name your child.
Connor puts the con in Confederate.
I never asked to be born.
But damn it, you were.
But damn it. So yeah, that was fun to find. And I found out a bunch of rich people I'm related to that like owns like an oil company.
What?
Great. It's Connor's fault they're so high.
Yeah. I had to shoot myself.
You're done. You're out of here.
So yeah, family stuff's fun.
You gonna bring up slaves and then like not say much?
Not right.
That's all I know. Is like
That's
that
all
I
you
just have
know,
a really
huh?
bunch of like horrible
They
people I'm
had-
related
Oh,
to.
you mean they don't
Does-
talk about their terrible secrets that they
Right.
hide?
I never met them. I don't know these people.
Ah.
I just saw online and did my little research. I was like,
So they own anywhere from
got
1
worse and
dozen
worse.
to 16 dozen slaves. No big deal.
Right. And a tobacco
people.
farm and then an oil rig, you know.
They worked hard for the
Right.
Okay.
And then I see like a
y'all-
tarot ratings like you're supposed to fix your ancestral trauma or whatever or curses. I'm like, there's probably so many curses.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
never gonna like I don't know. I'm on TikTok a lot and I got kind of on spiritual TikTok.
Did
And-
you now?
Oh yeah. So it's like all
What do
these
how do
tarot
you
readings
feel?
and things like talk to your ancestors. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Right, they got some
Ah.
hoodoo on
Right,
them.
right.
I'll call
I'm like,
back later.
Right, yeah.
I live with a Peruvian. It's gonna get weird.
Yeah, can I talk to her ancestors?
I mean,
They're like, no way, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
I'm pretty sure my family line is like starts in Spain, which means somebody was raped.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I think a little bit of my Jewish side comes from. I think might be from
Yeah,
that.
the concentration camps. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where my Jewish
Not
Connor's putting God in concentration.
camp- God, he-
Sorry, I'm here all night. I'm here all night. I'm here all night.
my name.
Hate my name now.
That's your new opener, dude. Fuck
It's gonna
that
be my
Irish shit.
MySpace name. I'm Connie Concentration Camp.
Oh my God. XX_.
It's your new fucking Tinder profile right there.
Oh god.
Constipated. There's another one
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
better.
You can have it. You can have
Conservation, like
Like for the forests and stuff. Save them.
yeah,
Save
it all. Oh,
con
well,
artists.
not as fun.
Right, yeah. I was trying to think of other things.
I just want to know, like, truly, there's got to be like a chapter in the Bible or something. I never read the Bible in my life.
Me
but, like,
neither.
that was like erased or something, where like women actually were in charge. You know what I mean? I want to know what happened.
I don't know. It seems
When
like they
did
always
we-
hated women.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, or maybe
Right.
they wrote the book just to like write
Deter
write.
us.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, they painted. I
we
mean,
had
they
to have been
painted
in
Mary
charge
as
at
like,
one point,
they
right?
painted Mary as like a whore.
As a whore,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, are you sure she
Mhm.
wasn't the one who gave Jesus the commandments to like sacrifice himself?
Literally. And every strong man, you know.
You sure she wasn't like, hey, you don't have to do this carpentry anymore, Jesus. You could like be a leader too, you know?
Right.
And then they were like, whore.
You stupid slut.
He makes great tables.
The master of gaslighting
Literally.
Right.
is Jesus Christ.
It's
Yeah.
actually the Pontius Pilate. He's the biggest. He's the one who was like, no, Jesus, you're gonna go on that cross. It's not gonna
You're
hurt.
gonna build it.
You're gonna
too.
build it.
He
too.
was like, you're gonna carry it to the
Exactly.
desert. You're gonna wear these crown of thorns, and I'm gonna watch. And that's. And he was like, you're gonna wait up there now.
You sure you didn't read it? It's like you wrote
Okay,
it.
have you seen Jesus
Have you seen
Christ?
Passionate Christ?
Oh God, we're like two way different spectrums. Jesus Christ Superstar is where I was gonna go. That's what. Jesus Christ Superstar. Here's what you hear.
I remember. Was that gay? That was gay, right?
No, Jesus was like really straight in that, and then Judas
Oh.
like kills himself.
I just
on
remember seeing like
stage.
the commercial and there's like
Whoa.
rainbows and shit. I'm like, look, this fucking.
Oh
gay
yeah,
shit.
cause oh no, you might be thinking of Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, cause that's one of those where he's reading these Bible stories with his.
Maybe it is that.
And that is gay or
And
not
no,
gay?
just a lot of
It
rainbows.
just looks-
a lot of
just
rainbows.
looks good. And that's why I was like, is it gay? Like,
I
know it's
haven't
not
seen any of
gay,
it
but
because
it's
I was
cool.
raised Catholic. So I lived the real fucking deal.
Oh, I was an altar girl at one point.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Nice.
because the cute guys that were homeschooled at my church were also altar boys. So I was like, that's how I'll get dick. And that was not.
it's not.
That's not how you do it. At 12 years
Not the
old, I
best
learned
dick
a hard
plan.
lesson.
Mm.
Don't
Well,
change
soft
for a
lesson.
man. Yeah.
I went on
Yeah.
a bus just a strange bus that takes you to a church to follow this little goth boy I was in love with. And then I ended up becoming a born-again Christian.
Didn't he finger you on the bus?
He did. He
Yep.
sure did.
Well, then I think
And then I
you
cried in
left
church
that
and
little
asked
part
for
out, didn't ya?
forgiveness.
you touched my shiny, Jesus.
I didn't like it at all. But I
Lies.
sounded like this when I was that age.
hey, God, I know I'm only
Hey,
12
God.
years old, but if you could forgive me for getting my shiny
My tiny. Do you guys have names for your kuka?
Oh, man.
No.
Not
I
really.
just name mine. I just say kuka.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
There's always something. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's never my vagina.
Right.
It's, it's got to be something.
Penelope.
Yep. No, my friend, when we were in high school, they were like, mine's Tina. I was like, Jordan, shut up. Man. No one cares.
Fuck up.
Jordan's a boy.
Now, nope, I'm going to get canceled. I'm going to get canceled.
Oh, I love getting canceled. It's so fun.
Because it never happens.
All right, kids. Any last words?
Tell my family I love them.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
If we had to pick our last words, mine would be catch you on the flip side.
Is that what your mom said right before she died?
No, apparently
It's your face.
my dad goes, she was sleeping and then she made a couple noises. And that's when I checked on her. She didn't answer to her name. I was like, yeah, because she was fucking dead. That's the death noise you heard.
Her last breath, he heard her take her last breath.
Literally. Literally. That's how I knew something was wrong. She went, right. I was like, you heard the death noise. Like, now you know. If you hear it again,
Right.
your decision to call this time, you know?
Shit, no kidding. Insane, man. Insane. All right. Should we plug some dates?
Do some pluggies. Yeah. Do you want to start, Miles?
Yeah, you could catch my directorial debut April 1st, 2nd, 8th, and 9th at the Planet Ann Theater for Dirty Dishes. It's a double feature with Le Grand Madame. You can buy tickets online at planetant.com. I'm also opening at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase
Ooh.
April 29th and 30th for Matt McClowry and Mike Stanley.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun little
Congrats.
show, yeah.
Amazing.
Excited. Yep.
Can't get Roger to like me.
You know what? It
Well,
took
you
a
have to
long
go there
time.
more. You've been there like twice, bitch.
I've been there one time.
Literally one time. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, Roger is kind of scary, but like the sweetest guy you'll ever meet in your whole life.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
He's okay. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
He's fine. He's
fine.
No, yeah, he's hard to read for sure, but I don't know. He's been nice.
Big sweetheart. Yeah, it really is.
He's funny. He's
Yeah.
like one of those like really dry sense of humor. Like he'll say something,
And
like,
that's-
that's
yeah.
actually fucking hilarious.
Actually, here the story is my name was spelled wrong on one of the lists, and he thought that was hilarious for months. So that was he was like, "No, your new name is Baloo," and I was like, "Roger, do you really know my last name? Please, please tell me you know my last name." Connie's got you got some dates?
Yeah.
What a guy. What a guy.
I should. Well, this weekend I'm hosting. I don't know if it'll come out, but 11th and 12th, I'm gonna be at the Independent Comedy Club hosting, and then 18th and 19th, I will be at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase with Matt Bronner. I'm excited for that one. I'll be at Old Shillelagh in Detroit on the 25th, and then I'll be at Blind Pig Monday the 28th in Ann Arbor. And yeah. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Grand Rapids. I'll be at Laugh Fest on the 19th. And
nice.
I'm
That's coming up.
around. Yep. And then I'm in. God, I don't remember the west side of the state though. It had a VFW, baby. Headlining a VFW, just like God intended.
That's what he said when
Gonna
he
get
made
hate
the
crime.
VFW all.
That's
Johanna.
The 24th is the most important date. March 24th, Honorary Mentions Comedy is back,
Oh,
and we
yeah.
are moving to Greektown at the Firebird Tavern, and we're raising money for senior dogs that are stuck in shelters who don't get enough attention. So our friend started a nonprofit to bring them blankets and just special treats and just, you know, volunteering her time and money to make sure that these dogs are living comfortably. And we all love dogs here. So make sure you check out my link tree in my bio. I will also be at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor on the 28th. You'll hear these shows a million times again. And yeah, that's been Each Other's Mother. Thank you, Myles. Thank you, Marissa. And this is what it's going to be like for the rest of the time, right? This is it.
With new
Sorry.
guests every single
Hopefully
week.
you laughed.
Check in next week and see our new guests. We don't know who it's going to be yet. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.